Wendy, my girl.
Hey, love, how are you?
I am so good. I feel
Wait, I
like
feel like, wait, I saw, were we together at,
we were together recently. I want to
yes,
say, I forget which event, but I know I ran up to you and I hugged you and I was excited.
yes, very much that. Okay. I do not forget a fabulous face.
Hello,
Hi.
Wendy. I am here with BallerAlert today. I am so happy to talk to you. And we have 10 minutes on the clock. But before I get into that, I want to just say you're one of my favorites. I
Oh,
advocate for you down, honey. Okay. Even on these Twitter streets.
oh,
Anytime they try to come from my girl, I'm like, let's watch that mouth.
I
Okay.
know that's right. Come on, Ty, you better let the people
Hello.
know.
Address her correctly, sweetie.
Sweetie. Okay, thank
Now,
you.
Wendy, let me ask you this. How has, because, one of my other favorites, the dynamic duo with you and Candace. Candace is not here anymore. She's about to be a mother, so excited. So, how has the voice shifted now that Candace has left ahead of this new season? And have you spoken to her as you enter the new season with the ladies? Any words of encouragement?
This new season 9, it was like a whole bunch of like fresh new faces. Not only do we have two new housewives, we also have a new friend, and Jacqueline came back. So with the new personalities in the room, of course, is a different dynamic. But super, super, super excited for Candy Girl. So happy. Motherhood is literally my favorite thing to do in the world. And I think she will find great joy on that journey because it is the most precious of them all, hands down.
I love that. Have you been able to give her advice since you are a mom? Like any mommy advice, like as she goes on this journey before she gives birth?
She reached out to me recently and asked me recommendations for a breast pump. So yes, that might be a little bit too personal, but yes, there has
Yes.
been mommy advice given.
Okay, I love this. I can't wait to see y'all just post up together with y'all babies soon. Now, being friends with Giselle to many is a choice. But it seems like you two are turning a new leaf, which has been met with bombastic side eyes from the fans. Obviously, we have to watch and see how that friendship molds and plays out. But what do you think stood in the way of your friendship with Giselle before? And why do you think it's working out now? Or is it still working out? You let us know.
I think that conversations needed to be had between myself and Giselle, and a sense of accountability needed to be taken. And not to spoil the season for you guys, but just stay tuned. And what you see on a 90-second trailer is oftentimes not really the sequence of events. And I think that you guys will be very intrigued as to how we got to where we are.
Ooh. So are you at least alluding that maybe aside just from your situation, Giselle is taking accountability this season?
I can only speak for myself, but what I do know is the people who are around me just don't get there by happenstance, so to speak. I am at a new place in my life. And I think that for me, ownership is something that shows growth. And so, just take that with you however you may. But
Okay.
it was some she did work on her end.
We love growth. Now, what's the dynamic now between you and Mia? Because one, she's so flirty with you. It seems like if you were single and she was single, she would definitely try to holla. And it
Baby.
seems like y'all are friends. So it's like, are y'all cool? Are we not? Are we good now?
Well, let's
Because
be clear. I'm married, and Mia still hollers at the Godiva goddess. Okay, she cannot resist me. All right. I feel like our attention, situated from that right there. Mia wanting a piece of the Godiva goddess. But we're cool. We're cool. We definitely had, I will say the theme this season is conversation, but we definitely had, a conversation, and again, ownership was
okay.
another theme. And, just progressing forward. I don't use the word friends lightly, but I will definitely say that there has been so much growth.
I love that. Now, speaking of growth, there are new ladies to the cast. I believe their names are Stacy and Jazzy.
Mhm.
Yes. So, how has these new ladies added a different, fresh vibe to the Potomac cast? And what are their personalities like? Because looking at the introduction video, Jazzy seems very more on like the quieter, reserved end, just from what we see. And Stacy seems like she's giving it. So, what are your thoughts on the girls?
Stacey is giving it. And Stacey's giving it in a different, unique way. I think that she is so different from anyone else on our cast, and that's what makes her stand out to me. We hit it off right off the bat. She's a mom of a young daughter. I'm a mom of a young daughter. And, she has her career that was really rooted in television. I do television. So we had a lot of similarities. But Stacey is the wild card of the season in a good way. In a very good way. Stay tuned. Keep your eye on Stacey. I
Okay.
like her. I like her.
Now, there's always a lot of talk about authenticity among the housewives. What does being real mean to you in this group? And who do you think shows the most genuine side of themselves on and off camera, aside from yourself?
Well, I think if I could be honest with you, I feel like this was one of my most vulnerable seasons. And
Okay.
I know that might sound a little bit cliche, but you guys have followed me on the journey of, my professorship. You guys have followed my journey with my husband and, in-laws. And, there's been so much that you guys have seen. And we delve deeper into all of those elements this season. And for me, being real just means living in your authentic truth, even when it hurts, even when you don't want to, but just saying, this is me, flaws and all. And I think that for me, this season was really a defining moment of me just being Wendy, regardless of whether or not I had the girls' approval or whether or not I had my mother's approval. I was just able to be myself.
Okay. Now, you've been a master at turning shade into lemonade. Now, when you look back at how you've handled conflicts on the show, what moment stands out to you the most as your biggest personal growth?
I would have to definitely say when we were all in Giselle's driveway and she was having the reasonably shady party and she was trying so hard to be shady. And I just hit her with hating on this. And
Hello.
I think for me, that just showed growth because I could have easily gone, "Gah, gah, gah." I could have gone back and forth with her, but I just let the evidence speak for itself. And that was one of my moments where I said, you don't have to yell. You don't have to raise your voice. You don't have to curse. Just let people see their lives. That's it.
This is a funny question for you. Who do you think their driveway needed more work in the term of their construction, Giselle or Kenya's on her season?
Oh, I didn't see Candiace, but baby, did you see there were men working on Giselle? There were actual people. Okay, so I'm sorry. I know our relationship has grown, but I give it to Giselle 1,000%.
Okay. Now, you and Karen have been at odds back and forth from the beginning, but now y'all are seeming cool. So, do you laugh at how you both began the show to where you are now? And are you guys good right now?
Yeah, we are. I do have some questions, but we are. Mm. Um,
What's one question you want to ask Miss Karen?
and no, you guys gotta watch the season because y'all may
Okay.
have questions too. But all that to say, I'm really happy at where our relationship is. Karen is cool. Karen is somebody who our relationship, excuse me, has grown. And when I look back at where we started, it's so funny. It's so funny where we started and where we
Yeah.
are. Yeah.
And it seems like she's in the hot seat a bit. So, what are viewers in store for her with that situation and other situations?
The truth of the matter is this show really delves into our lives, whether that's the good, the bad, the ugly. And there are moments in our lives that we may not necessarily want to share with people, but because we are on the show, we have to. And I think that that's what, Karen faces this season, and she traverses it and navigates it in her own ways. And all I could do was really just support her as a friend and be there for her and during this time.
When it comes to the reunion, who do you think will get those first two chairs? Who do you think deserves the first two chairs?
Who deserves it?
Which two ladies should be on Andy's left and Andy's right?
I don't know if I could give you two because I need to see it as viewers too. But
Okay.
I definitely think Mia's grabbing one of those chairs.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Now she's coming for a two-peat. I think Mia's coming for a two-peat.
Because she was coming in hot at the last season. At the end, she said, "Oh, baby, my flute is stamped." Okay.
Damn, baby.
Now, I know we have 2 minutes left here. So Ashley and Giselle, they're going on a dating series with the other housewives called Love Hotel. What's a piece of advice you would give to Giselle and Ashley on their quest to find love?
I think that the ladies know this because one is divorced already and another one's going through a divorce. But I would say my relationship advice for anyone is make sure you find a partner who's not just your lover, but your friend. Because love is sometimes a slippery slope, but friendship is forever.
Final question for you as you got to wrap here. When are we getting your show to come back, the Dr. Wendy Osefo show? And if you could put one of the ladies this season in the hot seat and ask them two burning questions about what they've done during the season, who would you choose? And what are the two questions you're going to ask them?
Oh, that is a good question. Well, the Dr. Wendy show is coming back on YouTube. We'll be back in the month of October. Yay! But I'm not going to tell you who I'm going to put on the show, the Dr. Wendy show, because I think I'm actually going to put one of them on the show. And I want you guys to be surprised.
Oh, okay. Well, look, Wendy, my Gemini sister to my Aries self, okay? I love you, baby. That's how you love it, because I'm an Aries.
Well, both of my boys are Aries.
Wait, okay. Yes. I know we're thinking about, what are their birthdays?
March 28th and April 11th.
I'm March 29th.
And oh, look at that. I love Aries. Oh, yay.
I love you, baby. And I love you so much. Fans at home, make sure you are tuned in to the new season of Real Housewives of Potomac. It airs October 6th, correct?
Correct. On Bravo TV.
Hello.